going on, everyone? It's Friday, the 26th of May, and the teams have dropped. And there's some big news. Uh, an Irish man, Mr. Oisin, I think I've got that right, Mr. Oisin Mullin, has been picked to make his debut for the Catters on Saturday against GWS. Aren't we excited about that? He nearly got in the side a few weeks back, but I think he got a little bit of an injury close to the debut. He might have been named as an emergency and then taken out of the emergencies or something like that a few weeks ago. But he's in, and we get to welcome back the shiny golden god in Sam de Koning as well, which is great. He's back from his little eye socket thing or whatever it was, a maxillary facial injury. Missed a few weeks, but he is back, thankfully, to shore up the back line a little bit more, help us out. We did look very vulnerable last weekend, so I'm very glad he's back. Hopefully he's right to go. And Ollie Henry, I think we all know by now what injury he had, and we probably don't need to cover it, but it was downstairs, down south of the equator. But he's back a little bit quicker than expected, which is nice to get some bonus news like that, isn't it? You know, we need something at Geelong. We've had a tough run lately, but it's all about Oisin Mullin this weekend. Hopefully he gets a start on the game, as in, you know, if he's on the interchange bench, no big deal. But we don't want him to be the sub. Please don't give him the vest. I don't think he will be. I think it's only if you're in the emergencies that you get that anyway. But hopefully there's no last minute swapping around or whatever. I don't know what the laws are, but yeah, he gets on the field. He plays 60-70% of game time. That'd be nice. And it's at home, so if you see him, run out there. Make sure to go absolutely crazy for him when you get a chance, because that'll be when he comes on the ground. That'll be great. Hopefully, he does come on from the interchange bench, and we can all just go nuts all at once, and we can give him his little moment there. So yeah, great to have all those three back. Gary Rowan didn't quite make it back in, but I imagine him and maybe Danger, maybe them two next week against the Dogs. Maybe just before the bye, if they want to take that risk. They're going to have to start taking some risks anyway. So some outs, we all know by now. Max Holmes, medium-term injury, Max Holmes. Unfortunately, we won't see him until towards the end of the season. Can you believe that? It hurts me to say it. So he's gone. Sam Simpson apparently being rested. I don't know why young guys get rested, but anyway, he's being rested. And a couple of omissions from the squad, Ollie Dempsey and poor old Mitch Nevitt. I didn't think he did much wrong, but I guess if you want to debut a bloke, you've got to drop a bloke. So, yeah, maybe they just want to make Mitch Nevitt a little bit hungry again. It's not his best photo. That's a horrible photo, that one. I think it actually might be a year old, that one. So I'll have to update the photo archives and bring in the new one with the gold logo on it. But yeah, it's he's got a shaved head in that one. I don't know what's happening there. So hopefully those two aren't far away from getting back in the side. Be nice if we could see them again pretty soon. I would like to get as many games into those as possible, and hopefully, I don't think Sam Simpson's done a hell of a lot wrong. Look, he had a bit of an off week last week, but up until then, he'd been flying, kicking goals, doing all the right things. So you'd want to see him come back soon. Max Holmes. Well, I guess we just have to forget about Max Holmes for a little while. My prediction of him winning the Brownlow isn't going to come true unless he comes with a rush the last 6 or 7 games and gets 3 votes every game. I don't think that's going to be enough still, the way they do the votes. You can't win a Brownlow these days without getting 40 votes. It's crazy. Back in the day when Gavin Wanganeen won it, he did it with 19 or something. So yeah, we can forget about that. Now, our emergencies for this game, well, we've got Sam Simpson there and a few of the guys that have just been dropped, Ollie Dempsey and Mitch Nevitt. So, and James Bruce Willis, who's been there and about lately. I thought maybe he might have got a debut this week, but they gave it to Oisin Mullin this time around, so he might not be far off. Or he might have missed the boat, possibly, when all these players start coming back. Are these young guys going to get their opportunities in the back half of the year? I don't think we're going to have the luxury of managing a whole heap of guys. So I'm hoping that, there's still a possibility that James Willis gets to debut on the weekend if they give him, is it the vest? I don't know if they call it the vest anymore. If he's named as the tactical sub, potentially he's a chance to debut as well, but will be similar to Jai Clark coming off the interchange off the sub. So unfortunately, that might be the case. I would suggest though, if you're asking me to pick, I'm probably going to stay with Mitch Nevitt as the tactical sub. I think he's probably out of the four in the picture there. He looks to me the most appropriate for that role. Haven't really seen enough from Ollie Dempsey yet this year. Hopefully, with another pre-season, we just got to be a bit more patient. But hopefully, if the club wants to stick with him a bit longer and give him some more opportunities next year or later this year, will be the making of him. But at this stage, Demps hasn't taken up his opportunities. Sam Simpson, you'd think, should come back into the side. Wouldn't have said that at the start of the year, that he should be in the 22, 23, but you'd think now I'm suggesting that he probably will be. I'd like to see him there anyway. But yeah, look, my pick this week would be Mitch Nevitt, probably on the bench. Hopefully he's not used. It'd be nice if we could get through the game. Oh, actually, no, I correct myself. Hopefully we're up by 60, 70 points at three-quarter time and we bring him on and we rest someone. We say, I don't know, Jezza, you've been looking rough lately. Let's give you a quarter off, or one of the other older blokes, or we bring someone. Who do we bring in this week? Someone coming back from injury that's we don't want them to get sore. We just want to manage their game time and give them another chance. So there's a few guys in the VFL. Oscar Riccardi, Oscar, the two Oscars actually, Oscar Riccardi, Oscar Murdoch, Ted Colosi. I'm forgetting one as well. Phoenix Foster. There's probably one other as well. Yeah, I think I mentioned James Willis before as in the emergencies, but they're look, probably if that, like, I still would love to see Phoenix Foster get a chance at some stage this year. I think they're going to probably hold him back for 2023. I think we probably won't see Phoenix unless something really bad happens with our tall forwards. I don't think we'll see Phoenix Foster. I don't think we'll see Riccardi. Cooper White was the other one who's already played this year. Hopefully we get to see a bit more of Cooper White. Seems like he had an opportunity, and then he's made waste for some other guys, and probably hasn't set the world on fire at the VFL level. Whereas Mitch Nevitt, did pretty well at AFL level and held his spot for a few weeks there. So I'd see Mitch Nevitt coming back into the team. I'm not sure who's playing in the VFL at this point in time, but hopefully we did have the buy round last week, so none of the boys really got a run. So they should come back pretty fresh this week. Hopefully we get a win. It's been a little while. We had a draw last week against Richmond, so hopefully we get a win this week. That'd be nice. Now on to GWS. There's a few ins coming for them. Brown, Lloyd, and Keefe. Some reasonably big outs for them though. Fleeton, Himmelberg's a big out, and Josh Kelly's a big out as well, and Haynes. So they don't really get a lot back. I'd say they're losing a bit more than they're getting in. I'd be a bit concerned, but it is lose Toby Green's 200th, so they should put up a decent effort for him. You'd imagine. I don't know why you would for him, but his 200th. You'd think that they'd go okay, but yeah, I'd be concerned. I do like watching a bit of Josh Kelly and Himmelberg. He's pretty handy as well. So it's a shame. It's a shame a few of those guys are missing out, and I think GWS go pretty well against us on our home decks. Anyway, so I think that's the teams, guys. I'm feeling a little bit better than I was. I mean, I always like it when a player debuts. Gives me a good feeling, and I hope Oisin Mullin. I don't think he's going to be best on ground. I don't think we should expect too much from him. I think he's probably going to do some silly things, and hopefully we see some exciting things from him. It'd be really interesting to see how he goes at the top level and what that does for his game. Does he really struggle at the level? Does he actually look a whole lot better than he does at VFL level? Like, some players that can actually look better when you throw him in AFL. Jai Clark was probably one that didn't really set the world on fire at AFL level, but turned it up at the other one at the next level. So let's hope so. I probably would expect Sam de Koning to be a little bit rusty, so maybe don't expect him to come back all guns blazing as well. Ollie Henry should just be back to his normal self. Be great to see the two Henry boys play together for the first time. This time around, that'll be good to see. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully we'll get to see them kick 10 goals and Tommy and Jed kick 10 and we just have a 30-goal game, something like that. I wish. I hope for things that probably won't happen. But anyway, that's the show, guys. Catch you on the next one. Take care.